All right. We still don't have the results, do we?
Of what?
From the USDC? The USDC.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Jeff Stockman done something in Georgia. Right?
Well, I've
Yeah.
looked and I can't find them on there, dude.
Jeff Stockman done something.
I reached out to Jeff Island and Joey Poston, seeing if they had the hunts, because I scrolled through and couldn't find them anywhere on the USDC page. Joey Poston got back with me and said he thought that they had one in North Carolina.
They don't even know.
And Copper one.
All right. That's funny. They worried about that JPI, baby. I would be too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the big daddy of them all.
Mm-hmm. Faux show. Man, you're talking about Snowmageddon, dude. It's been freaking cold here. Yes, like it's snow and ice, rain. It rained all day yesterday. But I carried the trash out this morning, and it feels good.
It's
a little
50
warm, actually.
degrees here.
It feels warm. Heavy mist. The air's real dense. That barometric pressure is probably, I'm suspecting it's pretty high. I'm going to load that BBC up, and we're going to hit the woods sometime today. Like, So, hey, the upcoming hunts.
Yeah.
We have, what we got?
We have a ton of NSD hunts.
Yeah, I'm going to one over in the Lone Star State.
Yeah.
In Texas.
You hit the odd ones, I'll hit the even ones.
All right. I got to get my thing open back up. Was it? Yes. Upcoming hunts. I got the odd. Is that right? Alabama Division 2. This is this weekend. We got.
Yes, sir.
This is the NSD hunts. We'll start with them. Alabama Division 2.
Arkansas Division 1.
Indiana Division 1.
Kentucky Division 5.
Mississippi Division 1.
That is my hunt. Ohio Division 4.
Ohio Division 6.
Which one's Tom going to?
Both. He's going to have Cleo entering both of them.
Ride
Gotta get the points up, baby.
I didn't think you could ride two horses, one ass.
I don't know. We'll see.
Oklahoma Division 2.
South Carolina Division 2.
Tennessee Division 6.
Yep. You got the Texas State Hunt.
Won't you be attending that one, or you're not?
I will. They have a hell of a hunt too. I think last year they gave away a 22 and a belt buckle, and I think they're giving away maybe a Stoker shotgun, and it's got like some engraving and stuff on it too.
Like they do it big. That.
Oh man, they do it big in Texas, son.
And then we got for the Saturday, rounding it off, we've got West Virginia Division 1.
Yep. Then I hear there's some kind of Fugazi Sunday shootout in Mississippi or something.
Yeah, right? I'm hosting a $50 shootout on Sunday.
I got you.
Just
a lot of
to be sure.
Popping up here lately.
Just to be sure. Yep.
I thought couldn't nothing be added after December 31st, but
that was well.
And I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking like I've seen several hunts pop up here in the in the past couple weeks, or really, yeah, past couple weeks. I've seen several hunts pop up. But,
Now mine was scheduled like December the 25th or 6th or something like that. Right after
yeah, right. Yeah,
I
no, I
found out,
know, homie.
I'm making sure that I get in the LMC this weekend.
Yeah, you're making sure your BBC gets in the LMC.
Yeah, it'll happen this weekend on these two casts.
Mm-hmm.
So if I got a hunt on Saturday and a hunt on Sunday, I mean, I'm
And
gonna
you're
win
in.
both. I'm gonna win
And,
both, but just
and
to
you're
make
in.
sure. Yeah.
And you're in. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Yep.
going on in the USDC?
They have 2 USDC hunts, January the 27th. There's actually, it says 2 9-dog $300 hunts. They're in Virginia. Brian
Sold out.
Farrell. Yep, Brian Farrell's the hunt director, says sold out, but it says 2 9-dog $300.
Mm-hmm.
So
That'd be 18.
yeah, that's simple math. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have January the 28th, a 9-dog $100 hunt in Dayton, Tennessee, also sold out. Ben Bell.
Cool.
And your
OMCBA
favorite,
hunt.
yep, your favorite
Is there
hunt directory,
who?
OMCBA.
I didn't know that was a hunt director.
I'm sorry, a hunt organization.
That's an organization.
Yeah,
Association.
yeah, you love it. You love the drama.
I do. No, I don't have any affiliation with the OMCBA. I don't really.
I thought you were sponsored by them.
Mm-mm. Now, when you say that, you act like I got like a bone to pick with them or something, and I don't at all.
No, I know you don't. I thought you and Carl was getting some papers for your BBC.
Man, I'd love to get some papers on him.
That'd be funny if you got some papers and showed up at the UMCA
Oh
World.
my God, wouldn't it? But
Just
they're having
show
a
up.
Virginia State hunt this coming weekend. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You can cut me off. That's your lagging internet.
Oh, I thought I did.
No, go ahead.
Yeah. Didn't they cancel a hunt? Didn't the OMCB have a hunt like last week or weekend before, and they canceled it because it was raining? Or no, that's the NSD.
I can't keep.
They canceled
Dude, it
like
was
3
like
hunts
3
because it
of
was
them.
raining.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was raining or something, right?
I don't know about all that. I know. I thought it was bad weather. Now, what weather? I assumed it was snow because everywhere in the country around here was ice and snow.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I walked on a sheet of ice yesterday hunting, 45 degrees in Mississippi, and I walked across a slough, and the ice was thick enough that I could stand on it.
Oh, that's cool. I had Megatron tree on some ice, but it wasn't quite thick enough for me. It was busting through. It was really difficult to get through, to be honest. But yeah, the squirrel timbered out. It ran across the ice, and he lit in after it, and I followed, of course. I've got some pictures of him on top of the ice tree. Kind of cool.
Well, I got to witness, and my dog almost took a scolding for this yesterday. I walked in, he's treed every breath. And as I get in there, about 70, 80 yards from him, he's in it's kind of a cedar thicket with the trees about 20 foot tall.
Mm-hmm.
And I look up and he's barking, ow, ow, ow. He's looking up. And I actually thought my dog was half blind or something because he don't timber. So I'm like, what are you doing? You know? And he's
like
running.
Stevie Wonder.
He's running. I'm like, what are you doing? And I look up and there's a squirrel above his head.
Yeah.
And even though I don't want him to timber for the competition purposes, because if I didn't see the squirrel, I'd be in a bind. And he finished on a tree, but that was pretty eye-opening, I guess, because I didn't realize that I had never seen timber, if you will.
Yeah. Hey, them cedar thickets are dangerous too, because usually they have for some odd reason, I don't know. I guess cedars die or they're brittle, they fall over. But usually in those cedar thickets, there's several cedar trees that are down, and then
Mm-hmm.
their limbs are sharp. And we used to hunt a place in Arkansas, WMA, a pretty good place to hunt. We killed a ton of squirrels out there, but it was a lot of cedar trees and very dangerous.
Well,
Like it looked like, like jaggers sticking out like everywhere.
I
Very dangerous.
actually this summer, I say summer, early winter, whatever you want to say, earlier part of this hunting season, I was walking through there looking at my Garmin. Well, I stepped. It didn't take long for me to keep weight on that foot. It was it was actually, I don't know, it was in the cedar thicket and it looked like part of the cedar tree, but it was pointed like a briar or something. And I bet it was
Mm-hmm.
3 inches long, and it went through the bottom of my boot and poked into the
Mm.
bottom of my foot. And when I went to pull my foot up, the little thing broke off in my boot. So I ended up having to take the
Oh wow.
sole. I had to take the sole out of my boot and my knife and cut the pointed end out of the bottom of the boot. Gunner in there treated 400 yards. I'm hobbling around. I got home. It looked like you
Mm-hmm.
skin a deer in the boot. As much blood was in it. It was
Oh wow. You're a
yeah, it
bleeder.
was yeah. I don't know. I don't know that was a term but
Oh,
pretty good comment. But yeah, it was yeah.
what kind of boot was that?
It was a Yoder. I went to Bikina, straight
Oh,
Bikinas for
well,
now.
bikini. Dang. If that had been a different brand, you might not. You might only have one leg now. Uh,
I'm gonna say
I had a pair of boots that the second time I wore them, I stepped on a limb, dude. I mean a limb, and tore a hole that big.
so
But they are light. I mean, they're light and comfortable. But holy
is that the
smokes,
name of them?
they're kind of light duty. Yeah, it
Is
is
that the reason they
light.
call them light boots? Because they're light duty?
They're light duty. I like the boots,
That'll be a
but
soundbite.
man, yeah, they're not. They're just not designed for a squirrel hunter. I don't believe.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
about so my wife tells me I come home the other day, I was cut under my nose.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you might need to quit squirrel hunting. It appears that it's too dangerous for you. I cut my eye open. So earlier this year, me and my son went squirrel hunting. And I was looking through the binoculars and I couldn't see nothing. So he's like, Daddy, let me look through them binoculars. And I said, okay. He's 4. He's over there looking. Well, I go over there and there's a vine. And I look up and I'm looking around looking for the squirrel while I'm pulling the vine. Well, as
Mm-hmm.
soon as I happen to look straight up above my head, there's a limb fell
Mm-hmm.
out the tree. I closed my eye and it hit the very top of my eyelid, right under my eyebrow,
Oh yeah.
and it hurt.
Word.
And I
Yeah.
still have a scar.
Yeah.
I have blood running
Mm-hmm.
down my face, and I wiped my face, and my whole arm's blood. And I've got it dripping off my face. I looked over at Waylon, and I was like, Waylon, we got to go. He said, why? He said, why? We're 400 yards from the truck. I got blood running off my face. He said, are you dying? I said,
Yes, son, I am. This
I
is
hope
it.
not. I said, I hope not. He said, but for real, are you dying? I said, son, I hope not, but we got to go. I was walking back to I thought I done knocked my eye out. I done the whole, I closed one eye and opened the one that
Look
was.
at how many fingers, Cody? I see 2.
So I closed my eyes to see if I could see light, and then I opened the one to make sure I still had an eyeball in. It was
Mm-hmm.
interesting, pretty interesting ordeal. But I come home either cut up,
Hey,
holes in my foot.
it's not for the faint of heart. If you ever see like a squirrel hunter's gun, their back it's scratched up, banged up, like dented, dinged, missing a cap on the scope. Like it's rough. It's rough hunting.
I about died
That,
at one.
so you talking about that limb falling out? A guy that hunts with us over here, Brian Rangel, he was talking about. So he come to a hunt. He had like stitches in his lip, and I didn't say anything, but evidently, him and his son Dalton were out hunting, and Brian pulled a vine. When he looked up, a limb, boom, hit him right in the face. He said, I didn't cry or anything. He said, I fell just like a man, hit the ground.
Felt just like a
He said,
man.
I fell. He said, I fell like a man and hit the ground.
Dude, I
said,
seriously. Go ahead.
He said it hurt bad, bled everywhere. But,
I about died at a competition hunt. 100% about died. The Snowmageddon UMCA World Hunt. What was that, 2 years ago? When all the ice was on the trees. So it wasn't this past year. It's year before. What was that? 2021. 2021, the UMCA World Hunt.
Well, this is 2024. So.
Oh, okay. Well, 2022 UMCA World Hunt. I'm out with Mike Rush and Eric Wally, and there's ice, complete, like every limb was just solid sheets of ice. And I'm ignorant, and I'm over here just world hunting. Well, it doesn't mention you could just hear trees falling around you, just in the woods. Just
I've been like that in Mississippi before, over in Montrose.
Well, it doesn't mention maybe take it easy on vines. And I'm like, you know what? I'm being an idiot over there, and I'm thinking, I've got to find this squirrel. I'm sitting here it was Murdered Out Mo and Hawk. Murdered Out Mo was a 2-time world champion. Hawk had just won the junior OMCBA world championship that year, and then my little dog. I'm thinking, dude, I've got to do everything I can do. Well, I get out there and I go to pulling vines. And I get to hanging on one, and I hear heads up, and I look up, and it was like a 4x4 post coming down. It hit me in the top of the head. I woke up standing up. I had a dent in the top of my head, like almost. I mean, and I don't know. I probably had a concussion. It was a pretty bad deal. So y'all be careful out there, man. There ain't a squirrel worth dying over.
It was the final tree of a cast at the state hunt in Louisiana. This has been a couple years ago. The final tree. All dogs were handled. My dog Prophet was treed. I needed a squirrel. And I noticed he was back off the tree, and this is a walker dog. He always treed with his feet on the tree. He was off the tree, treeing, and he would scrounge around, snapping. Ow. And I went to handle him, and he was treed on a beehive. There's like a den tree, but there's a beehive in it. And they were tearing his ass up. So I got him and got him back. I told them, hey, it's a beehive. 5 working. Okay. But it had limbs on it and stuff. So I'd run in there and pull the vines. And like I'm talking about fighting bees. And I'd run out, swat them, come back, swing on it like Tarzan. I got
They get you? Did they ever get you?
I got stung 7 times. I got stung
Wow.
7 times. And
You find a squirrel?
no, I did not. He was probably dead inside the beehive.
He might have been looking for your dog. Might have been trying to get that honey in there.
Yeah, he may have. I'm telling you,
Needing a little sugar in his system.
Yeah, and see, on the way home, I got stung again. There was like one up in my hoodie. It crawled out and stung me.
Living in there?
Do what?
It was living in there? We got to get you some better internet.
Waiting. He was waiting.
My buddy told me he thought he earned his coon dog. First time it ever treed. It was on something like that. Actually, it was a yellow jacket's nest inside of a tree.
Well, these were honeybees.
Stung and got stung. He said it's going to come off that tree so fast. He said, man, I didn't know if it'd ever tree again. But anyways. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about some of these past hunts here.
Let's talk about
them. Friday, Alabama Division 5 $50 shootout. Man, it looked like it was a barn burner. Hoke Diamond, Andy Curley, hard to get past him feist. He won it. He won also the next day with a feist, but we're talking about Friday. So he won on Friday with Hoke Diamond.
Yep.
Second place, Harlow's Dead Creek Dancer was Zachary Brown. And third place, Harlow's Chaos Chloe with Michael Harlow. So pretty good showing for Harlow's Kennels. And Andy won it. Congratulations.
Congratulations, man. And then Saturday, you got in the Alabama hunt, you got High Oak Juice with Andy Curley. Martin's Crybaby, who's a young dog. I think Crybaby's real young, like a pup. With Cody Martin handling. Then you got Harlow's Chaos Chloe with Michael Harlow coming in third. All three are feist, I believe.
I see what you done there. I see what you done there.
Well, actually, one of Andy's dogs might be bigger than Chloe. No, that's not true. Chloe's a tree and cur. Chloe is a tree and cur. That's right. Yeah.
Tree and cur, yellow color. Same size. Yeah. Pretty similar. All three were pretty similar in size.
And very similar breed.
One just has a hunt open hunt.
Yeah.
So we had, let me rephrase that. It was on the books, Indiana Division 2. Well, back up. Kentucky Division 2. I looked and looked, couldn't find anything. If I overlooked it, I'm sorry. If you won, I'm sorry. Congratulations for winning Kentucky Division 2, but nobody knows who you are. Indiana Division 2. I got unsnapped. Apparently, no handler. China. No handler. Congratulations to Unsnapped. I believe that is the Unsnapped.
Unsnapped one?
Yeah.
That's out of Showstopper Diesel. Do you know that?
You know what? Now that you say that, Jeff Island bought that dog from what was Ashley Guthrie this year? Yeah. Now, Jeff has somebody handling the dog. I don't know. Question mark?
Yeah, my buddy Garrett Russell raised that litter.
Really?
Snapped. He's at a Diesel, which is a Mullins Feist, and a small Walker bitch. I think her name was Ruby, I think. Or Reba or something. Rhonda. Anyway.
Something starts.
Yeah, he's half Walker, half Feist.
Well, 2BD, on who handled it, but congratulations to Jeff Island and Handler. And also congratulations to China. I don't know what China, who China.
She's a tree and Kerr. Stephen Comer's gonna be handling her.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Stephen Comer. Okay. Go ahead.
You want me to read my own results?
Okay, I got the one and only Louisiana Division 4. Number one in
Not
your
my
heart
hunt.
and number one. Not your hunt. Okay.
Mm-mm.
He just wanted to say that because
this
he thinks it's a conspiracy for the people that host hunts and win.
Yeah, not my hunt.
Number one in your heart, number one on the paper, and number one in
Number one in the
Louisiana.
state.
State line Megatron, Shane Mason.
Mm-hmm.
The BBC himself.
Yep. The original.
The original. Second place from Lucky Kennels. We got Lucky Kennel Shaker with a young gun cutter Shriver, one of the best young handlers in the game. And third
The
place.
goat.
Third place. Porcupine Mountain Grace with Mike Rush.
Mm-hmm. One of them LBK dogs.
So, are you putting LBK on the map now? Or are they putting you on the map?
I might be.
You went to LBK and you started winning. I'm coming.
That's right.
Bart.
That's
Bart,
right.
Mike, Gary, send me something. I need to be LBK
Hey,
sponsor of this half because apparently this half's already.
Yeah, they Mike and Gary were there. Dude, Mike drove over 4 hours to come to this hunt.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty insane. Yeah. So once you become a LBK, you just showing out, or either you're putting them back on the map.
That's the way we do it. Yeah,
I
wish we had like a draft. Wouldn't it be so much fun to have a draft and like you draft like LBK Lost Bottom Kennels is in the third round is picking Cody Moreland and Gunner. Yeah.
Would you say the 8th round? Yeah.
I said third round. Our third pick. Might be for first round, third pick.
Overall, third overall. Dude.
Maybe.
Don't make my head swell up in here.
I know, man. I know.
Speaking of, I'm not going to say
the newest
his name.
LMC dog. Do what?
Keep on.
Mm-hmm.
The newest LMC dog. After this,
he earned his way in. He's the only one that earned his way in. He did it the hard way.
So I'm not going to say the guy's name because I'm not giving him a shout out 4 weeks in a row. But you know who you are. He told me last night, 3 weeks. Hang on, I might mess it up. It might have been 2 weeks. 2 or 3 weeks. He's like, 2 or 3 weeks in a row. He said, my head's going to be so big it won't fit in the truck. So we're trying to make your head go down. We're not saying your name, but congratulations. You kind of got a shout out. So, anyways, finish us off with these hunts. Give us something spectacular.
I got to open my phone back up.
All right, we got Michigan Division 1. He must be good at treeing because they put it in his name. Tree Slamming Monkey, Robert Bigger. Second place, Taggart Creek Clyde, Lucas King, and Shadows Little Bit. Was gonna coon hunt her until she started treeing squirrels. Brad Lucas, congratulations.
She a walker dog?
I don't know. I was going off of Shadows, going with the little dark undertone, but that might be 100% incorrect. I'm just making all this up as we go.
Yeah. What about North Carolina Division 4? You got Possum Holler Copper with David Price. You got Banker with Mike Bertrand. And you have Moonshine Maggie with Shane Price. I think is that a new dog Shane's handling? She's a English dog, isn't she? Pretty dog, right?
So you ask questions that you know I don't know the answer to.
I do not know. You don't know the answer to. I mean, hell, you're the one who wrote these down, not me. Like
Well,
I just assumed. Yeah, you can just say I don't
I
know.
just see. I just look at the results page. Very few people, and if they did, I'm sorry, but very few people actually put a picture of the top three.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
now, if I was living in North Carolina, I'd probably have to name one of my dogs Nellyville.
Why?
Is Nelly not the one that North Carolina take you shit like you keep referring to?
Man, I don't know. Man, Nelly's from Missouri, dude. Nelly's from St. Louis.
Well, who was it that sang that song?
I don't know. I was just in the
You
club
keep
dancing to it
singing.
because we say South Carolina. Like I don't know another song that has South Carolina in it.
Number one is North Carolina.
Sweet Caroline. I mean, I guess we could do that maybe. Like it's not as
We're
fitting,
gonna
but
we're gonna
anyway,
start
I
doing
don't know.
Alabama's theme song on Alabama. I like it. All right, go ahead. Are you really froze?
I guess.
You didn't
Yeah.
see that? You didn't see that?
Mm-mm.
You was it looked like you was froze, and I did this.
Yeah, maybe.
And
I
then
guess
you
I
was
am.
really froze, so I was okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I have a cord. I just don't have the adapter
Well, you was doing this,
for it to. Mm-hmm.
so go ahead. You got two more.
Yeah. Was that Oklahoma Division III? You got Molly with Michael Cole. You have Deal with Dan
Dale.
Falkenberry. Yeah, Dale. Dale.
That was
Yeah.
hard to type. Deal with Dale.
It,
Yeah.
Deal with Dale. And then you have Claire with Jason Tipton.
You know, ironically, one thing I noticed about Oklahoma, all 10 dogs only had one name, so they don't give them multiple names in Oklahoma.
Yeah, well, dude, you know how I feel about Oklahoma and their spelling, and that's where Steve Scott's from. CEB.
The Red River gets you.
Yeah, they lose vowels and stuff when they cross that river. Uh, yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's funny.
Choctaw. It's Choctaw. That's how you pronounce it.
Oh,
You got Tennessee Division 5. Oh, you got Whip. Wouldn't it be funny if the next one was Nene? You watch me whip. Uh, you got Whip with Lane Parks. You have Link with Braxton Smith coming in number 2, and respectively, number 3, Speedy with Andy. What? How you spell his? How you say his last name?
Lichliton. Ironically enough, all three of them dogs only have one name.
Mm,
They must have come from Oklahoma. They must have bought their dogs from Oklahoma.
maybe so. Maybe so.
Congratulations.
Hey,
Now,
you go.
go ahead. I was going to move to the USDC and kind of tell a
I
little
was
about that.
too.
Go ahead.
We're moving at the same time. USDC results. We ain't got anything. Nothing. Nada. Like maybe somebody could send a smoke signal next time, or perhaps a raven, or something. Let us know.
Well, I reached out to Joey. So I looked and scrolled and scrolled and scrolled, and all this information comes off of Facebook. So, and I understand that everybody doesn't have Facebook, but that's the only way that I have of getting results. And I scrolled and scrolled, and I got about 20 minutes down the page, and I still didn't see anything. So I reached out to Jeff Allen and Joey Poston. Jeff still got me on unread. Thank you, Jeff. Joey reached back out and said that he did think they had a hunt in Georgia, and he thought that Copper won. But as
Well,
far
didn't
as
Copper win an NSD hunt too? Or different Copper?
again, asking questions I don't know the answer to. I didn't see a Copper.
I don't know
on
the
there,
answer.
dude.
I don't know the answers either.
Well, Copper wasn't on any of the.
But I'm asking.
He might have won in Kentucky, but we will never know.
Yeah. North Carolina Division 4, Possum Holler Copper.
Oh, yeah, that's one of the ones I didn't read.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, there might be another. It might be a one-word Copper dog in USDC that one.
Right.
But, But and for some reason, I thought that during the weekend when I was looking, thought I saw where some dogs split, but dude, I
Jeff
could
Stockman
not
split.
find.
Jeff Stockman went to Georgia with his Stormy dog. That's another Porcupine Mountain dog. I think she's at a bud. But he split, but I don't know who he split with. I'm assuming it was a 9 dog.
Congratulations, Copper, and congratulations, I assume Penny
Stormy.
with Jeff. Oh, Stormy. I'm sorry,
Stormy.
with
Mhm.
Jeff Stockman, and there was 4 hunts on the books. $100 9 dog in Georgia. Congratulations to top 3.
Jeff and
Yeah.
2 others.
$1,000 9 dog in Tennessee. Congratulations to y'all. And then there was 2 in Michigan, 9 dogs, $300. Congratulations. We love talking about them. That was pretty quick. So I did do a little bit of digging, and if the internet is correct, top 5,
Which it always is.
Well, yeah. And
Always.
if it's not, it was at one time. Let me clarify. If it's not currently, it was at one time. Top 5 dogs, USDC dog of the year points. Old Rebel is leading with 490 points.
Yep.
Close behind, and I'm pretty sure she's all-time money earner. Jade is in second place with 320 points. Knockout, third place, 260 points. Link, 250 points. That was fourth place. And fifth place, rounding out the top 5, is Cat, 240 points. Now, I know Cat and I think Knockout are both owned by Joey Poston and Mitch. There we go. Yeah. So 2 in the top 5, that's pretty strong. And it's a pretty close race.
Yeah, I know that because I listened to the Hunting Dog Public with the interview with John Perkins, and he said Cody, but I'm pretty sure that was Miles Miller.
Miles Miller. Yep.
Like,
I appreciate your
Cody.
shout out, John. John, I appreciate the shout out. But yeah.
I wish Miles would have said, "No problem, Josh."
That would have been great. That would have been great.
Oh man, that'd have been a snappy
no problem.
comeback.
Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
Or Michael. No problem, Michael.
Yeah.
But
I'm John. He's like, I'm Miles.
Oh, that would have been funny.
That would have been funny.
Man, honest mistakes, dude. You know.
Oh, dude, I know.
I only do 2 of these and a YouTube channel, so I get mistaken for a lot of different folks. Sometimes they're not as charming as Miles and elegant. So, anyway. Also, USDC. Final payment due for the JPI, February 3rd. Get your payments in if you want a chance to earn the big money. So, it's about all the USD information I got this week.
USDC, place to be. That JPI is going to be a big hunt. I think that like we throw around big numbers or whatever. Like we're hunting for $100,000. You're really not hunting for $100,000. You're really hunting for like 40. But uh, but I think with the Calcutta, everything added, the Calcutta is just a projection based off what it was
Yep.
last year and the year before, whatnot. Like their first place is going to be somewhere around 60, 70 something $1,000.
That's big money.
That's the number I heard. They're expecting it to be like around 76,000
for first.
It could be a little bit less. It could be, but that's a big payday.
Now, how do they do the Calcutta? Is that all of it go to first place, or do they divvy it up top three?
I don't have a clue.
I know a lot of Calcuttas is like 70% for first,
how we always do
20
it
for second, 10 for third.
So how we do it, it's winner takes all. Whoever, which we don't bid on it. It's just a $20 entry or $20. We call it a hunt bonus. Where's a Calcutta? And the highest placing dog that got into Calcutta wins. So the first place don't always win the Calcutta.
Yeah.
Because sometimes first place does not buy entry. But
well, I agree.
What other news we got? We got some Cane Stream Media. You haven't heard about anything on them in the past couple of days.
Well, they sponsor this side of the podcast, so I do have a little bit of information about them.
Oh, okay. What you got?
Man, they come out. So they obviously are paying for a lot right now. They have people video and they're paying people to hunt without entries, all kinds of stuff. They're trying to elevate the sport of hunting dogs. And I think they're doing a pretty good job. But at some point, they have to start bringing in money to keep it going. And I understand that. So they came out with at this moment, there is Cane Stream Media memberships on YouTube. And what that is a monthly subscription. So there's 3 different subscription tiers or bases. So the first one is considered the bronze membership. It is $4.99 per month. And with that, what you get is early access to the Fueled by Joy podcast, as well as all the live events that Cane Stream covers. So if it's, coon hunts, and I heard that they're going to be doing squirrel hunts in the near future, that's what you get with the $4.99 package a month. All of it will be on YouTube at the moment, and they're trying to work towards a Roku channel. The silver package is the second package, which is $8.99 per month. With that, you get what you got with the bronze. Well, it says full access to Cane Stream. Their live events, their Elite Handler series, their docu-series where they do documentaries on houndsmen, all kinds of different stuff, and anything else that Cane Stream produces. So for $8.99 a month, $9, they're trying to do, I was told from a source that's deep in, once or twice a week, 2Ds deep, once or twice a week, 2D. And then with a third membership, and this is pretty cool for you gamblers out there that want to take your chance on the odds. It's the gold membership, $15 a month, $14.99 technically. Everything that silver does, except there is a little bit of a sweetener in the pot. It's twice a year, Cane Stream will pick 2 members to compete against each other in coon or squirrel event. And it says the squirrel is coming soon. I have a little bit of information about that next. And the winner of the 2 events during the year that they pick, so they'll pick, just say me and Shane were $15 members. And it's like Cody and Shane's going to hunt it off. The winner of that gets a 2-hunt contract against people that's already on the list.
What?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
And if you keep
Yeah.
winning,
The Rocky Balboa of the squirrel dogs.
hey, it is what it is, man. Take down a Goliath. Average Joe goes from average Joe to the big smo.
Yeah, from zero to hero.
I also have some information from 3Ds deep in the organization
Deep.
that said
Deep.
Squirrel Dog top 10 lists will come out in February.
Mm,
And if it don't come out in February,
I love it.
forget what I just said.
They come out in March. Yeah.
It might come out in
February,
March.
come out in March.
But I heard that it was going to be a top 10 list coming out at the beginning, and it should be out in February.
Yeah. So, like, I wish them all the success. I don't know about the three tier subscription. Like, it might be better if they just had one subscription to choose from. So you have one subscription for $9.99 a month instead of 3 different ones. But it's not my deal. I'm just
so the people that don't think that they can hunt, why would they pay $15? Why not just pay $9?
Yeah, but you're only getting 2. You're like they're that $15 a month is not guaranteeing you a shot.
But what I'm saying is if you don't even have a dog that you think that can compete, why would you pay the $15? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I guess what they're trying to do, which I guess on the other side of that is if you get all the $4.99 packages picked up to the $9 or $10, then that makes a difference up. So I get it, but I guess the upper tier, they're like, okay, these amount of people think they can compete. Instead of everybody, if you pick Joe Smo that don't even have a dog but loves the hunting dog content, you're not picking that person and calling them up, and they're like, well, dude, I ain't got a dog. I just like y'all's content.
You don't pick him. You don't pick him.
So let me ask a question.
They didn't say it's a raffle. They said they picked too. You don't pick that guy.
Let me ask a question.
You picked it. Oh, yeah.
Out of the gold memberships, do you think they pick, if they happen to be looking down that list and just say somebody that's a bigger known coon hunter, squirrel hunters on the list, and somebody else is not, do you think it's going to be a fair raffle?
It's not going to be a raffle. They never said it was going to be a raffle.
Okay. Well,
I would agree with that. Two. They're going to pick 2.
That's 100% what it says.
I know.
I'd pick the more known person.
I would pick the 2 that I think would have the best content, the best hunt. Is the 2 I'd pick. But I ain't against some subscription based stuff. Like I might start an OnlyFans.
Sell pictures of your dog? Of your BBC?
Yeah.
You gonna sell pictures of your BBC on OnlyFans?
Yep. And hey, I might have, like, I'll give you some free content. Then we'll have the paid stuff.
We might have to get Shane on there, not Shane, Wade on there to get some pictures of his BWH.
Maybe.
This big white hound. Okay. For y'all that want to see pictures of Wade's big WH, reach out to us. We'll get you some pictures.
Plussed up on OnlyFans.
Plussed up OnlyFans. We can get Romeo on there.
What?
Huh?
Oh, what questions you got for us, man?
So I had this big, elaborate listener question that I pulled off of Facebook and spent a bunch of time talking about Garmin's, and you didn't
We'll
like
jump
it. You
into
said
it.
it was boring. No, you said it was boring. So I got you a little
What? No, 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 no,
change of
no. Hey,
pace.
no.
No, people that want
Like
to hear
I'll
the
do one.
question.
Well, you'll do one, and I'll do one. No, I'm not. I ain't trying to take it away. No, I mean, hell, this is your thing too.
Yeah, but it was kind of boring. It was just pretty much the difference between the Garmin. Somebody asked what was the difference between the Garmin 300 and the 100 or 200.
And what
And
is it?
I've got a well, so I pulled a bunch of answers and question or stuff off the internet pretty much. Screen's supposed to be easier to see in the sun. If you lose your dog or if it loses communication, it's supposed to mark the last place that it had communication with it, which I do like that feature. You can mark your dog's location down to 5 yards to 10 yards. The scrolling through the dogs is a lot easier. The battery life, 55 hours, which is triple what the 200 is. You're supposed to be able to use the touchscreen with your gloves. I like that idea of the charger better. I like the idea of the charger better. Okay,
Fascinating.
and that's enough. I had 3 or 4 extra comments about the Garmin, but I've got Shane one.
God, that's interesting. Do you have a 300? Are you froze?
No,
Do,
I
do
don't.
you have a? You
No.
don't have you ever used one?
I'm pulling all. I just said you don't pay attention to what I say. I
You're
said I
doing
pulled all this off the internet.
Asleep. I was asleep. I nodded off. I'm sorry. So you're doing a product review on a product you never used?
Like I said, I was pulling all this information off of the internet, stating facts.
How about telling that guy to go to the Garmin website and do a little bit of research? Anyway, I'm just
so
joking.
there is one odd option that you would like. You want me to tell you what it is?
Yeah.
You have the ability to back it up. So if you lose your waypoints, you can hook it to the computer. You could back up your information.
Okay. That
From
might help me.
The longtime
Yeah.
Garmin lover, Shane Mason, has lost
I
his
hate 'em.
waypoint multiple times.
Yeah.
One day I was talking to
I
him.
hate 'em.
He's in the woods and he just starts cussing. Like, I'm thinking that his dog's been bit by a snake. He has broke his leg. A hunter shot his dog. Like, I'm thinking all the worst. And his thing is this blankety blank Garmin has lost every one of my waypoints, my dog's tracking.
It reset itself. I lost my dog. It reset itself while we were walking. While I was walking to the woods, it reset itself.
I think you hit a button.
And my dog was like at 800 yards when it reset itself. Thankfully, he got a mouth on him, and I could hear him treeing.
What that mouth do?
And this was making. Do what?
I said, what that mouth do?
The mouth?
Yeah. Go ahead about that mouth. He got a good
he
mouth
got a
on
big mouth. Yeah, hell yeah. I could hear him. So, yeah. Thankfully, I didn't lose my dog, which at that time, he wasn't anything to brag about.
Yeah.
So what other question? You said you got something for me. What you got?
So, at what age or point of a dog's life do you, Shane Mason, feel that you should start hunting it in competition?
When it's ready. Age. Well, I'd put Trevor in a hunt when he was, I think 11 months old, and done well. And then put him the second one I put him in. He was 12 months old, and I won it. That was a major. in Mississippi. But I don't know if I would suggest that. I don't think I'd put a. They would have to be something special for me to put a dog in a hunt under 12 months old, and probably like I don't know if I'd even do it again. Like I think like I mean there's some world beaters out there. There's some pups that are 12 months old that are rock stars, but carrying them to like say a division hunt where there's some dogs there that could be aggressive or obnoxious treers, kind of bullies. Not mean, but just the way they treat. They may try to come in and steal your dog's tree or whatever. And I think there could be some things that could be detrimental on a young dog. I also have the belief that they need to be a squirrel dog before they can be a comp dog. So, man, I probably wouldn't put another dog in a hunt until it's 16 months old or so. And I think that'd probably be better minimum. There's exceptions to every rule, but I broke them. I've put young dogs, but I've seen young dogs pick up some bad habits from going to these hunts and not being able to correct them. And uh, if you look at the dogs that win these major hunts, like these big time hunts, very seldom is it a dog that's 1 or 2 or 3 years old. Like it's almost always a dog that's seasoned. Some of them will be 7 or 8 years old winning these hunts. So if it's going to be a comp dog, it has a long career. If it's going to be a score dog, it's got has a long career. I wouldn't rush it. And if you have something, and this is just my philosophy, but if you have like some kind of a rock star, early starting, just jam up, do whatever. But I'm holding mine. I'm not. I don't think I'm going to put a young dog in a hunt. Not 15, 16 months old is probably the max for me.
And I still think that might be too early. When I first got into the competition side of it and tried to start not letting my dog pack up like we used to and not do all the shameful things, which I say shameful, dude, we just hunted. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people do. A lot of people do. We actually probably wanted them on the same tree. The louder the dogs, the better, But once I got into this side of it, I didn't realize, I guess, what I wanted. And now that I see what I want, I took Gunner at 16 months old. He placed 5th. And then I took him at 17 months old to the world hunt. He placed 6th or 7th at the UMCA world. And then he won his 3rd hunt, which was an open hunt at 17 months old. So the problem I've got is everything I was turning him loose with, I thought he looked as good or better. So I'm like, well, man, I ought to keep taking him. Which, if you got a really nice dog, is it worth taking a chance while they're young, messing them up? I say pre 2 years old. I don't know that I would do it again. I would do it limitingly, but heck, you don't know. I might get another one that's 16 months old, and it's hard to keep them at home. If you know they're nice, it's hard to keep them at home.
It is.
And that's the struggle I'm running into right now. That's the reason I'm wanting a puppy out of Gunner, is because I want, when the time comes that Gunner might not be able to go, I don't want to be starting over at 13 months old. I want something that's a little more age on it so that I can bring it out the shadows and LMC and make a name for myself. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna say that 2-year age is man. If a 13-month-old, 14, 15-month-old dog gets jumped on accident, just say you do got a dog jacking a tree. It don't know the difference between the dog jacking a tree and landing on an accident or meaning to jump on it.
Yeah, right. The outcome is the same.
Yeah, it knows
Intention
that
might
another
be,
dog
yeah,
jumped on it. It don't
right.
mean it was in a negative form. It's a weird deal. Now that being said, I also don't like hunting my dog with another dog. Like I know that's detriment when your buddies want to go hunting. If they're hunting, they're probably got squirrel dogs, so they want to take theirs too.
Right. Yeah, and that's true. Uh, dude, I think it depends on where your dog's at. Like hunting them by themselves is great. You don't ever hunt them if you're making a comp dog, you never hunt them by themselves at a comp hunt ever.
100%.
So hunting with different types of dogs, man, I tell you, having a big mouth line, me tooing, hound might not be a bad thing to have in your kennel to set your dogs up so they can get acclimated to that. Might not be a bad thing to have.
Along with a Fox Pro or whatever you call it.
The Fox Pro is a tool. It's not a
Very good tool.
Fail safe is, but it does help.
It helps if you don't have another dog.
I'm getting, yeah, and like that visual stimulation with the dog, but we've used the Fox Pro with another dog. Like we'll have a dog treeing, and set the Fox Pro up, and there's a ton of different setups you can use with it. But
so I believe on that Fox Pro you can actually record sounds, correct?
I think so, but I haven't.
No, I think the one you're using is like a coat or something, ain't it? Like a pack of coats?
No.
What does it sound like? A deer race?
No, it sounds like 3 half walker, half blue ticks looking at a bear.
Is that what's the sound called? 3 half blue ticks
Hounds
looking at a
bay.
bear?
Hounds baying.
Okay. So
mm-hmm.
I believe
it sounds like 3 hounds on a tree.
I believe you can actually record a sound. So maybe get with a big walker dog and record it, and then it might sound something like, because I'm in Louisiana, he might run across a situation to where there's 3 hounds baying a hog in the same holler, or I don't have hollers on the same flat piece.
We don't have hollers.
Yeah,
we have bayous and swamps, but yeah.
So great tool. I like the idea. I think I'm gonna get me one just to do it every once in a while because I like to hunt my dog a lot by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I think it just depends on the situation. Like I actually like hunting my dog with other dogs. So when he does, have a inkling to run in there and try to steal a tree or something or get a piece of that, I can correct it.
I get it.
And I had him pretty much broke, but my dog's a habitual line stepper, so he's like a crackhead, like, and he keeps relapsing. But
he just wants that hit.
He was doing very good, and I had a cast with a couple other dogs that we'd all, 2 of them or all 3 of them would be on the same tree, and man, he liked it, and I think he was like, well, heck, if they can do it, I can too. And he got to where he was covering. He still got to make his trees, but he is covering. I don't want him to cover any, but he was covering more than what I want. He was showing up to other trees, and like not all the time, but some. And
Yeah.
anyway, he looked pretty good this past weekend. He's not bulletproof, but he's on his way.
Yeah. So there is one topic that I have somehow, I have it on the docket or on the back of my mind every time for us to talk about, and we've yet to talk about it.
Is it something? Is it about science, technology?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, kinda.
I thought it was. I thought it was.
It is kinda about that, and I
Because
keep
I would
forgetting
like
to
to.
mention
I
it.
would like to talk about that.
Let's talk about that. Lee Langley.
Okay.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Lee Langley had old Gator cloned.
Yep.
He has a puppy. I actually believe he got two. I'm not.
You got two.
I'm not.
If it was me, I would get two. If I
Well,
if I was gonna get one, I'd get two. If it was me,
all I know
that'd be the
is I've
thing
seen
to do.
pictures of one on the internet.
Yeah.
So he has two Gator dog clone puppies, and or one. I think it's one. So I've seen pictures on Facebook as
All
well.
right, come
But
on.
that he had cloned, same DNA, same dog. They took hair, skin, and I believe saliva samples or something. They took 3 different forms of DNA, done the DNA, all that, and put it in a female. And the female,
A surrogate mother.
and a female had the puppies. He had to go to somewhere like New Jersey to pick them up or somewhere. But
They had to go to like New York, right? Upstate New York, or
yeah, somewhere up there. But up north part of the state, northeast, the United States, and pick them up. Pretty cool. To be determined, but they're supposed to hunt, reproduce, look just like.
Now, so for sure they'll reproduce, or I mean, it's the same DNA, which is pretty cool with the LMC, because Gator is LMC. So there'll be Gator dogs forever.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same DNA. You can keep breeding these dogs, and you don't have to artificially inseminate or collect straws. You can keep breeding the dogs, which is pretty cool. I'm very interested to see how this experiment plays out. I wouldn't have invested the money in it, but I am very interested, because what's genetic and what's environmental. So, like on the development of Gator, because by all accounts, Gator was a super dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
What
very, very
in his
good
life?
dog.
What in his life clicked that made him really develop into what he was? And Lee didn't raise Gator, did he? Didn't he buy Gator?
I want
When
to say he
Gator
got him
was
at 9 months old.
okay? So he was probably already treeing, right?
Again, I think he was lightly started. I don't.
If he wasn't
know
treeing, if he wasn't already treeing, he was getting close. What? So did something happen between 0 and 9 months that was influential in him becoming what he was? Like, what in his environment triggered that? Or maybe it really wasn't that much. Maybe it was mostly genetic. That fascinates me.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see how this experiment is going to play out. Is he going to be able to put the time in to this new Gator as he did his old Gator? Things are different now.
Lee hunts as much or more than anybody I know. He hunts 6.
So you're telling me his situation is exactly what it was right now is what it was 15 years ago, or however old Gator is.
Well, he had
No,
young kids back
it's
then.
different.
Like, I don't
But
know. His kids is grown
different.
now.
Okay.
I get it.
It's different. It's also, yeah, it's different. Different situation.
What I could say is he still hunts a lot. He still
Right. I'm
goes
sure he does.
a lot. So
Different, but different situations, different environment. Some years you got good squirrel populations, some years you don't.
well, that's true.
We've got a great,
That's true.
I speak the truth, homeboy. Like, I'm
Well,
spitting fire. You need to be,
I think you believe everything you
you,
say.
you, well, why wouldn't I? That would be I mean, if you didn't believe what you said, wouldn't that make you a dummy? I don't
Well,
know.
not if you're just looking for clicks.
I ain't looking for clicks.
Everything
I'm
you say
speaking
is
the truth.
wild enough to get clicks, ain't it? You can tell the
Well, I'm
truth to
just
get
looking. I'm
clicks.
just. I'm speaking. I'm just spitting fire. Uh,
So
the. I'm just very, very, very interested to see how this whole experiment's going to play out. And I tell you what, somebody that'll invest that kind of money. So I heard it was
I don't know how
30,000.
much it was. I don't know.
I heard it was 30K. I mean,
Okay.
like that shouldn't be a secret because like if you contacted the place or whatever, they'll tell you a price on how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a friend of mine that talked about doing this a couple years ago, but it's going to be quite a bit more than that for his dog, and so he decided against it. He was talking to somebody that knew somebody that had a blue tick or something that they cloned, and they've been doing this, and I think in cows and maybe even horses for a long time. Probably pigs,
Yeah. So
but
they do it in cutting horses, don't they?
I
A
don't
lot.
know.
I'm pretty sure they do it in
You're
cutting
asking me.
horses a
You're
lot.
asking. You're asking me questions that I don't know.
Is your phone not on silent?
Yeah, but that's an alarm.
Oh. So I know they do this in cutting horses a good bit and such as that. And everything in that aspect seems to be identical. Like they supposedly cut the same. I don't own cutting horses, but this is all information I read off the internet. I don't own a
Mm.
cutting horse, if that's what you're going to ask me. I do own horses. None of them cut. Well, they'll go left or right. Anyway, but they're all identical. Like the breeding, the way they ride, like everything. Mannerisms
Mm.
are identical. So I think it'd be neat to see the different tree style or if there's to note any sort of differences from one to the other.
Mm. I think it's great. I love it.
Gator dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it.
I will say
And
this one's in the house. One I saw the puppy in the house, so that
was the
might be
other
a difference.
gator raised 100%? Was
I
the other gator
obviously
raised in the
was
house?
not. I was not in the know back then, but I do not believe that the other gator was in the house. Now, that being said, I can reach out to Lee and find that information out, but I don't know that information.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty sure that the other gator, old gator, lived in the pen.
yep.
Well, I'm pretty sure he lived in the woods because they hunted him more than he was probably in the pen. But
Mm-hmm.
so that is that.
Fascinating to me.
Very fascinating. Congratulations, Lee. Hey, you can't say that he don't have faith in his stock. He spent a good
I
bit of money.
I mean, actually, you can say he don't have faith in his stock. That's why he's going back. Like if you're so, and this is a philosophy. So I don't really like like breeding to something that's like old. Like I think if your breeding program is where it's supposed to be, 3 generations down should be producing better than what your original dog was. Should be.
So Lee's a puppy man. Once Lee gets to where he can kill a limit or two, a few limits with a young dog, he moves them. So I think Gator was sentimental.
I bet he ain't moving Gator.
Well, I think Gator was sentimental, so he was a situation to where, well, if I got Gator, I can hunt him and I can get some puppies going, and I'll just sell the puppies once I get them going. He just likes messing with young dogs, so he never really kept young dogs to breed.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of that has been told to me, and I've witnessed.
But you don't have to keep young dogs to breed. You can breed you can go breed to somebody's dog that you sold, that's out of your stock, and you can have multiple generations. And I think he does have multiple generations, doesn't he? Don't he have multiple generations?
He has cash. I know he has cash.
No, I'm talking about there's multiple generations
females.
There's multiple generations of Gator dogs, right? I mean, like people say Gator dogs, like your dog's classified as a Gator dog, isn't he?
Yeah, Gator's the grandfather on the bottom side.
Okay, he's full of Gator. he's like the champ dogs. If it's a good dog, it's got a little bit of champ in it. It's a champ dog.
My dog's mama was come out.
It's not just champ dog. That's everybody's dog. That's how kind of everybody does it.
The favorite cross he's ever made, the Gator and Kate. My dog's mama come out of that.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Product of the week. I don't know that I put this on here. We both use AGM thermals.
I thought you were gonna say Garmin 300. That's just a little jab. That's just a poke.
I love it.
I'm just messing.
Not really.
I'm just messing with it. I'm just
AGM thermals. We both like AGM thermals. Some models better than others. But we both use AGM thermals for the old that are wondering. And I found a bunch of squirrels with thermals. You found a bunch of squirrels with thermals. They're pretty hard during the daylight, but when it's sunny. But
yeah,
So
I went against the grain just a little bit. I didn't go with a spotting scope, as most people do. So most people have the Taipans, like the 19 or 25.
Yeah.
Monocular, spotting scope, the Taipan, AGM.
That's not the same.
Some people have Pulsar or whatever. But I went with the Rattler. It's AGM, but it has a quick connect scope mount on there, so I can put it on my gun and shoot stuff with it. I felt like if I was going to spend that much money on a thermal, I want to get more than just the ability to find squirrels with it.
Yeah,
I'm happy with mine. Now it has the internal batteries do not last very long, so I bought a battery pack like you'd plug in a phone charger, but external battery, and it lasts forever. It's about the size of a cell phone. Probably 2 cell phones thick, but about the size. And I have Velcro on it. A little a deal or an idea that come from you actually. I had 2-sided
hook
tape.
And loop. Yeah, hook and loop.
Yep, I had 2-sided tape, and it which worked fine, but I couldn't adjust my external battery. So if I put it on my gun, it had to be in a certain position. If I took it off my gun and just carried it around, I like it to be on the side of the scope. So remove the 2-sided tape, put the hook and loop, the Velcro, and that's how I use mine. And I love it. I really do. I like it a lot. But it's the 25 Rattler. And
Now,
you've
one
had
thing,
the Taipan, right? You've had
yeah,
the
one,
15
one
and the
thing that
19.
I had the 15.
Okay.
The one thing that about yours is it's a little bigger, correct? You have to carry it like in a little bigger carrying case.
Yeah, it's yeah, a touch bigger, and with the external battery pack, it is bigger. It's it's not that much bigger, but it's not ergonomically designed to like fit in a pocket or whatever.
Hmm.
It's a little just the way it's made. It doesn't like slip into like. Uh, I have a military rain jacket that Paul's boy gave me. He's in the Air Force, and it's got like a big zipper pocket right here. Actually, has one
Yep.
on each side, and that's where I tote it. If it's kind of cool and I need a jacket, that's where I tote it. I put it in there. If not, if it's hot, it comes with a little carrying case, kind of like a purse, and I tote it or satchel, if you will.
Yeah. Man purse. Yep.
Yeah, yep,
We appreciate Paul's son's uh, service. And all y'all
yeah.
military guys listening, we appreciate what y'all do. I
Hey,
went to monocular.
uh, the, not to jump off, but before I forget, Paul Mason just did helped out with the Wounded Warrior thing with Jared Hughes in Louisiana, and Jared said that Paul's dog looked fantastic, and then she is a good dog. Her name's Sue, uh, and I think they went 4 for 4, and the those guys, I think everybody got to shoot. He said, yeah, Sue looked great the other night. She went 4 for 4. All the other guys got to kill one, and it was a bad, nasty, cold night. And said Sue looked like a world beater, and she is. I mean, she's nice.
You
But
know
anyway,
what? That's awesome doing that for the guys out there, our military, and we appreciate Jared Hughes for being the investigative reporter. Shout out Jared Hughes.
mm-hmm.
Now I went the monocular route because obviously in a competition I didn't want to wear a satchel or a man purse or whatever. The TM15 I found a lot of squirrels with. I've just recently went to the Sidewinder. Time will tell on the Sidewinder. I'm not sold on it yet, but I'm giving it a chance. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot better picture. Uh, we'll find out. But Sidewinder, I don't want to give an early review, but I do run a Sidewinder TM25 right now. So
Mm-hmm.
there's that.
The
But shout out
384 or whatever it is megapixels, or did you go
380.
with the 640 or whatever?
I was going with the 640, but I went 384.
Mm.
I didn't know that I get looking at a squirrel 20 foot up, 30 foot up in a tree. I didn't know that I needed $1,000 better picture of the same black dot. Now
Yeah.
I might should have, but at the moment I couldn't see needing $1,000 better picture to look at a squirrel, a black dot 20 foot up in a tree.
Mm-hmm.
So, but shout out AGM Thermals. And I've got several other things that I'd like to cover, but we're about to run out of time.
Somebody got to go to work.
Yeah. Some people's got to pay the bills around here. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody's chasing points for the NSD, trying to get these points in at the end of the year. They want to be standing
Yep.
on the
They try to win
podium
that.
up there.
They try to win that state race, which I think I'm sitting pretty good in our state race.
I think
And
we
I jumped
should
in
have.
late too.
I think we should get Jimmy to give everybody that wins the state race or places the opportunity to give a speech, or even make it mandatory to give a speech. About.
Dude, there's people that would not get up there. They would forfeit their jacket.
No, you think so?
Dude, that's the biggest fear known to man, public speaking. So you think, oh, dude, you think these rednecks are gonna get up there and like tell a speech? Well, my dog done pretty good this year. No, they're not. I'm telling you, they are not. And that's an acquired skill too. Like in college, I got really, really good at public speaking. I have a business
Mhm.
degree. It should be a doctorate because I went to college for 10 years, but it's only a 4-year degree.
Dang.
Just a bachelor's.
Was you
But I
learning
went for
anything
10.
else in them 10 years?
Dude, yeah, I learned a lot. Uh, a whole bunch of like I'm telling you. Actually, I have a doctorate degree in college, not in finance, but I got really good at presentations, and then I didn't do that for quite a while, and I had to do a safety meeting one day uh, at work. I mean, I'm probably so I graduated in 2007.
Damn, you're old.
This, yeah. Oh, I started in '97, player.
You
I
started
started college in
college in
'97.
97?
Yeah,
Good Lord, where you hide the wrinkles.
yeah,
You
and
old as hell. All right, go ahead.
dude, I know. And but I started in '97. I graduated in 2007,
Dang, you
and this
graduated
is
in the late
probably
19th century.
circa 2013 ish. I had to get up in front of my peers that I worked with, and it was also online too. But I had to do a safety meeting, and dude, I got nervous as shit. Like my voice was a little shaky, and just it was kind of a little bit uncomfortable. But I haven't been in that situation in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I went to a training deal over in Texas, and they try to chew you up and spit you out. It's a sales deal, and you get up in front of a bunch of folks. You have like 15 minutes to do a presentation on stuff you have no idea about. And I was taking Alpha Brain at the same time, which I think intensified my anxiety because I
Yep.
never like freaked out like that. But yeah, the first couple of days I was wanting to quit and just come home. But overcome it. I quit taking the Alpha Brain too, but overcome it.
so, yeah, there's
Yeah.
that.
But speaking in public doesn't really bother me anymore. A lot, especially if I'm prepared.
Would you
But
consider this
I
to
hear
be?
you. Because it's not. I don't
It is
see
a closed
anybody. Like
environment, but everybody sees what you
I'm
say.
looking at a Christmas tree that we haven't taken down yet. I'm looking at Connect 4 that my
Connect
kids got.
4?
I'm looking at my wife giving me evil eyes.
Connect 4? Them eyes,
Yeah, I
they're
know.
probably pretty.
Yeah,
Ooh, I do. Does she want to make an
yeah, I
appearance
know.
on Plus Up?
In her PJs,
Yeah. Yeah.
without her face on, I doubt it.
Come on
No,
down.
she wouldn't. She probably wouldn't do that. I don't think. No bra. Yeah, she probably wouldn't do that.
I heard that. Well, I love some Connect 4 now. We've started
That's what you're
playing
telling me.
Mancala. We've been playing Mancala this week. And I figured
I don't even know what that is.
So it's a strategy game with the moving beads around, and it's different strat. Anyways, my wife, hang on, not them kind of beads. It's
like
like marbles, and you got this wooden thing.
Guys,
it's a board game.
This is going on the OnlyFans page.
Yeah,
remember,
watch,
but it's a paying site. So go
if you want to watch me play Mancala with my wife.
Golly.
But anyway, it's a board game.
Risque.
It's a board game. And
yeah.
It's strategy. Anyway, she beat me the first time, and after I figured out the gist, I have just been wearing her out. So, anyways, I'm a strategist.
Yeah. What about Uno? I've always liked playing Uno. Like I like one-on-one Uno. So if you get skipped, it goes right back to you. I like skip, reverse, draw 4. Uno, pow. Like I can cheat
Uno
better
kind
than
of
Uno than
falls to the
anybody.
phase 10 for me. The phase 10 is
I
zero
can
skill.
cheat. No, dude, I can cheat better than Uno than anybody.
You play Uno,
We used to
you
have
play spades?
never play spades. We used to play Uno in study hall.
Yeah. In kindergarten?
No, this is like 11th, 12th grade.
What kind of classes y'all got over in 12th grade at Louisiana?
This is Arkansas. I finished in Arkansas.
That's what it was. No wonder y'all can't even pronounce Kansas right. Arkansas.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We were strong in geography though. We know Mississippi don't have mountains. Just saying.
We got hills. Where are the foothills of Appalachian over here? With that,
Yeah.
tell
You
your
got
mama,
you got a quote?
your daddy. No, I don't.
Oh man. We'll go off the top of my head.
I got one.
Comparison is a thief of joy. So, like, if you go to these hunts and you're bringing your dogs and you're comparing your dog to somebody else's, and it's got you down in the dumps, if that dog pleases you, and you can go out and kill squirrels with it, like it's good to have a benchmark. It's good. It's good to have, a measuring stick, if you will, when you carry dogs and with other dogs. But if that dog, if it pleases you, but it doesn't win at the hunt or whatever, or you have a bad day or whatever, don't let it get you down. It's like these hunts are silly anyway. Just hunt your dog, enjoy your dog, and kill a pile of squirrels.
You're the only one that has to feed that dog.
That's right.
Tell your daddy, your mama, your cousins, your aunts, and your uncles. Tell them to come check out Plussed Up Podcast. And as always, buy the dog, not the hype.
That's right.